Yo, welcome to my creation. Welcome to a new challenge. Welcome to Canadians exiting at the very beginning of the show. It's okay. It's all good. We got shots. We got drinks. He'll be back, y'all. BuckleBomb Entertainment would like to bring you a brand new wrestling challenge, the ultimate wrestling challenge, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, ring around the Jabroni. Welcome. 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 You will all be competing against each other in 6 rounds of intense, strange competition with a far too complicated scoring system. Here he is. He's back.
Sorry, something happened.
Oh, it's all good.
Gone but not forgotten.
This is a game of comedy. This is a game of awesome. Your first round, this is based on multiple types of games. Around the Horn from ESPN, Mario Party from Nintendo, and a bunch of other shit that I stole from Quizlemania. Ladies and gentlemen, so glad that you're here today. I'd like to go around the ring. Everybody introduce themselves. What kind of jabroni are you? We'll start to my right. The mean queen herself.
Sarah out of Syracuse, New York.
Beautiful. Next.
Brian, you're muted.
Again?
Damn it. Apparently, I am Brian Bella, $2.99 a minute.
What do you get for $2.99 a minute?
I don't know, Sarah, since I think you're the one that put it there.
Can't talk about it on
What do
Facebook.
listeners get with $2.99 a minute.
That's a good deal.
$5 up front, you'll find out.
Hard times out there.
How about Eddie?
What's going on, man? I'm over here in Fort Worth, Texas. And I am the ultimate jabroni.
That's not true. You're an Eagles fan.
And finally, our featured guest from effing wrestling, the man himself, the Canadian crush, Aaron J. Harder. Aaron, say hello to the people.
Hello from Canada. It's Canada Dry.
Yeah.
Let's also not forget he's defending Excuse Me champion.
Yes, defending BB, the Excuse Me champion.
Excuse me, champion.
We'll talk about that later. I'm a host today, but I'll be a contestant later on. But that's not what's important. Right now is our first round. It's the easy round. It's where we just talk about wrestling. The whole reason that we're here. I have 7 topics here. You all have a chance to discuss these topics and win a certain amount of points at my discretion. And if it's really bad, you can lose points too. But I don't think it will be. I'm going to start off our first topic of the day. You know the reason I gathered all of you here today. It's to talk about my hole. The ultimate story of the week. Nia Jax goes for a leg drop on the apron. She misses and says, "Ow, my butt. Ow, my hole." We'll take turns on who goes first, but we're going to start with the mean queen, Sarah herself. Sarah, why don't you take this one? You've got about 15 seconds to discuss my hole.
I'm going to lay out a hot take for you here. I think it was all pre-planned. It's all the work. WWE knew what they were doing. They're trying to take the heat off of Nia. You know, how many storylines has she been in lately where she's injuring wrestlers? Now, what about this to kind of take the heat off her and everybody's focusing on something different with Nia?
I like that a lot. That's very good. Taking points. Oh, I'll tell you all your points at the end of the round. Brian Bella, thoughts on my hole?
I don't know what the point is. What are we saying? Like how we think it happened, or
just anything?
What's your thoughts?
Your take on the situation. Whether you liked it, whether you thought it was dumb, whether you hate everyone's reaction.
I honestly think it's probably a hairy situation. That's pretty much it. I think it was probably a work. I think that the spot was made, and actually, I don't know if it was so much meant to pick it up so loud on mic, but I definitely think that yesterday's show on SmackDown, it was, copied from it, obviously.
Very good, very good. Mr. Gonzalez.
Hey, man, I think we gotta be honest, man, and I think it's gonna be everybody's new favorite asshole, man. That's my new, So I'm gonna go with that. It was a good setup to get Lana the win, and so hey, it's about time she went through the table.
I know that's right.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And finally, Mr. Aaron J. Harder.
Okay, so I was really, really concerned about the status of her hole. Like, is it all like caving in? Like, what's going on here? Like, but what I heard and my source says that they have reinforced it with steel bars. Like they have reinforced her hole with steel bars, and it's fully intact, and it's back, and it's better than ever, baby.
That's really quite amazing, actually. That's so good. I love it.
Are
Very
you
good.
sure? Because my source says it was Gorilla Glue.
Oh,
Oh,
No
different.
points for that.
Oh man, it's really, really good, y'all. Really, really good. Okay, I think I'm not totally making up the scoring as I go, but
that's how they did it on Around the Horn, anyways.
yeah, it's gonna
So
work out.
subjective.
It's gonna work out. So, in your next topic, we're going to discuss the main event from AEW Dynamite this week. Jon Moxley, Lance Archer taking on Kenny Omega and Kenta. Lots of stuff going on here. We're going to also use this opportunity to talk about the multi-brand promotion, the working relationship between Impact and AEW, and now seemingly New Japan and in the NWA. What's next? We're going to start it with Brian Bella.
I don't know. Personally, I like my doors closed. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, good. We'll move it over to Eddie.
Hey man, this is what we've been asking for, man. We've been asking for interpromotional stuff. Ring of Honor and New Japan did it a few years ago. Yeah, I loved it, man. So why not bring in interpromotional stuff? And then you're throwing in a little bit of Bullet Club in there. I've been listening to Tama's Island a lot, and Tama, he's got some interesting points too. But I could talk about that forever. But I think it's great, man. One thing they didn't touch on was that Moxley and Archer. See, Moxley was the champion, but they really didn't bring up the fact that Moxley defeated Archer for that title. That could have been a little
Excellent.
something that they could have threw in there, but it seems like they've been kind of shying away from that. But yeah,
Excellent take, Mr. Harder.
Well, I'm super excited about this, and I think it all comes down to what AEW trademarked, and that's Battle for the Belts. And I think there's going to be an awesome pay-per-view with all the promotions. And what I would really like to see would be a combined WrestleMania-like pay-per-view with all the promotions, and it would just blow the water out of WWE. And what can compete with that, with such a multi promotional pay-per-view?
Could not agree with you more. Sarah.
Well, let's face it. Everyone's favorite billionaire, Tony Khan, is getting to live out our dreams. He's taking fantasy booking to a whole new level.
Yep.
He's shelling out money to these companies and saying, "Hey, let me borrow some of your stars for my show." And he's getting to mix and match who he wants.
Right. Very good. Very, very good. Very good, everyone. You're doing swimmingly. So don't look at me like that, Brian. It makes me nervous. So next I want to talk about we got the plans for WWE's Elimination Chamber this week. We know that there's going to be that Drew McIntyre will defend the belt amongst a lot of the old, we'll call them the usual suspects, if you will. And now we know that on SmackDown there will be a match, an Elimination Chamber match to determine who faces Roman Reigns that very evening after they've gone through the Elimination Chamber. Thoughts, concerns from Eddie?
My only issue is it's just a lot of rushed booking, man. It's just a lot of last minute booking, and they're just rushing it. And like, here you go. I'm from the old school, man, where we did like 4 pay-per-views a year, man, and you just did a lot of like a lot of. It took months to really build up a card.
Mhm.
So that's my take on it. I'm just not a big fan of that rush booking. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. As far as Roman Reigns, though, I think I love what they're doing to Reigns. He's being that old school chicken shit heel, and he's he's got that sense of entitlement, and he's doing everything you need to do to hate his ass. So that's my take on it.
Very, very good. Mr. Harder.
I concur with him. Roman Reigns is the best thing about WWE right now. But also, Drew McIntyre is he's an amazing face. But my problem is that the rest of the roster really falls off after that. I feel like there's a huge drop off after Reigns and McIntyre, and they haven't really built up anyone properly to contend for those belts, especially and also feel that they do too many pay-per-views because they don't care, because they've already got the subscriptions and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love that. Very, very good. Queenie.
I kind of agree with Eddie here as well. We didn't get so many pay-per-views so close together. You get a lot of rushed booking. Elimination Chamber is 3 weeks after Royal Rumble, and they stuck another pay-per-view in between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. It's look at SmackDown. It's like, okay, who's going to face Roman Reigns? It's probably going to be Jey Uso or Kevin Owens again, because they're the only ones that have any real revolving storyline with. You kind of want build up to something new.
I like it. I like it. Last but not least, Brian. Boop, 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 Billa.
I think it's gonna be Kevin Owens who actually takes the belt, and I think Drew may lose it this time. I think that for WrestleMania, if there's any type of crowd, they want Drew to kind of have that reaction there.
I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Scores are very even here, y'all. Y'all are doing a very good job. This is what I was looking for. This Monday, the AEW Women's Tournament will be shown on YouTube. Some people were upset about that. They thought that these matches should be featured on Dynamite. What is your first reaction to this, Mr. Aaron J. Harder?
I absolutely love it. I think that every Monday, it should be a women's featured show. They need that extra hour. Put the women on Monday. Forget Dark. Put them a match on Dark. That's fine. But just give them their own show on Monday, and it would be amazing. And it's just good.
I love that. Totally with that. I would still like to see them featured on Dynamite more, but
Yes,
that's a really positive way to look at it.
But they need their own time to get those stories going.
Next up, we got Sarah. Love you, babe.
You can't go wrong with this. The first time they did it was the Women's Eliminator Tournament. I think it was a huge success, bringing everybody in. I think they want to build off that. Have another women's only tournament. I think if you do it every Monday, you're kind of going to drown the product out a little bit, so they get some more stars. But do it. Every other month or every 3 months, have a 4 or 5 week series, something like this, and we're going to learn about some of these new Japanese stars, along with relearn some old familiar faces.
Yep. I kind of forget that you're from New York until you say the word tournament, and that just makes me giggle.
Tournament.
Brian Bella.
I actually don't love the idea of the tournament being on the 15th or on a Monday. I'd much rather have it on a Thursday or something that's not already filled, I guess. But other than that, I love the idea of just a women's hour show. I just don't like the day that it's on, because it almost seems like they're setting them up for failure when you're going up against Raw. Even though you can watch it at a different time, but a lot of times where you're going to get your fans and be able to continue to grow is when you don't already know the ending of the story.
I hear you. It does come on 1 hour before Raw starts, but I mean, if you're already planning on watching 3 hours of Raw, you probably aren't going to squeeze an extra hour in there. I know I personally would because I'm very excited about this tournament, but maybe your average Monday Night Raw watcher is not going to do that. So yeah, I hear you. I hear you on that for sure. It's a really good point. And Eddie,
Yo, as far as it being on YouTube, I think it's smart business idea, man. I mean, you're putting it on another platform. You're not just throwing it out there on TNT, which you might have to buy more, time for that. I mean, they only have 2 hours a week on Dynamite. You can only do so much without taking away from the other storylines. So I think the YouTube idea is a great idea. But I love everything about it, like everyone else said. And it just reminds me that of what Tony Khan, or what everybody's saying about Tony Khan, that he truly cares about the wrestling business, and that he's expanding the tournament to international waters. And so yeah, I think it's great, man.
very cool. Very cool. Okay, let's go. We've gone through 4. We got 3 more for this round. WrestleMania is coming up soon. Haven't really hyped a lot of storylines, have we? Personally, I don't think WWE quite knows what they're doing at all, except for maybe some of their first, for some of their top belts. And even then, I think there's 100%. What do you call? There's room for them to swerve us or do something crazy. Anything could happen at this point. So let's start with Sarah on this one.
Personally, I think they might know 1 or 2 matches that they're going to book. Maybe have a couple ideas where they want to go. I mean, looks Edge hasn't even announced who he's going to be facing yet. I think the main thing is they want to figure out how they're going to do the crowd. They're waiting to see what the Super Bowl did and kind of build off of that. I think once they figure out their crowd and ticket situation, then they'll figure out what storylines they're going to work on.
Very cool. Brian Bella.
I actually agree. I think they're waiting to build because of COVID. Like, look what happened right before Royal Rumble. We had Drew McIntyre end up being COVID positive. So I think that's one of the reasons why they're waiting. I think that Sarah's also right. I think it has a lot to do with seeing how they're going to have the crowd, see what type of stories they want to build towards that. And ultimately, it just has to do with the health of the wrestlers right now.
It's a really, really excellent point. And I wonder if they're going to set up more triple threat type situations in case someone does get sick. So where if you have to take someone out of a match, at the last moment, you can survive that without it being so strange in storyline. Because you can deal with a lot of, things like that. But when it comes to WrestleMania, there's really not room for that kind of a bot. I hear you. Eddie.
Yo, I don't know, but like leading up to the build up, I'm completely lost, man. Honestly, I have no idea what's going on. Years ago I used to be able to like tell, okay, Royal Rumble's gonna set the tone, and then bam, this is what we got. Here I'm totally lost. I'm not a big fan of this like repeated booking where a guy, he gets like 3 or 4 chances at the title and doesn't even win it. I'm all for second, third chances. Like if you go like back in the day, Dusty Rhodes had multiple chances at Ric Flair, and he finally won the belt. It was all worth it at the end, but I just don't see that happening with KO or anybody. The only guy I really would care to see with the Universal title is KO, and I don't know. I just don't see a light at the end of the tunnel for it. But that's my take on it.
I hear you. Very good. Very good. Stahada.
I think that it's perfectly normal what's going on right now because they've always showed their cards after the Elimination Chamber. They kind of hint at it, but they never ever reveal their cards until after the Elimination Chamber. Somebody usually wins a belt, but I don't think that'll happen this time. But I think they're on par.
Very good. Very, very good. Okay, 2 more. Impact pay-per-view tonight. No Surrender. Who you got? What's going down? Are you excited? Do you give a shit at all?
Who do you want to go first?
Oh yeah, I guess I got to tell you who's going first. Let's see.
It's actually
Start with
Brian's turn.
Start with Brian. Yeah,
Oh,
we'll start with you.
I didn't. I've been a little behind on Impact. I didn't know that it was even on tonight. But to answer the question, yes, I care. That's what I do. I just care.
You get a point for caring. You definitely give a point for giving a shit. That's like an auto point. Eddie.
I love Impact. When it was TNA back in the day, but I record the shows, but I just don't watch them. I'm having a hard time. It's having a hard time keeping my attention spans because there's so much wrestling going on. But to be honest, man, I didn't even know they had a pay-per-view tonight, so that might just answer your question. I knew there was one coming up. I know it's going to be Tommy Dreamer, who the first time I watched ECW '96, he got chokeslammed through the table by Primetime Brian Lee. So I'm going for Tommy tonight, and if Tommy wins, then it's a success.
Solid. That's the best answer you could have given, not even knowing that there was a show tonight. Well done. Aaron J.
All right, so I'm a little concerned about this Impact show. I watched it for the first time when AEW hooked up there, and the production value it's just bad. The backstage segments it's just bad, and they need to pick it up. But I am interested in Private Party with Matt Hardy, like going for the belts, like. So I'd be interested in seeing a couple of those matches and seeing how AEW interacts with them. And I think it's good. It's piquing our interest that we even care about this.
That's a really, really good point. Really good point. I totally forgot about the Private Party title shot, because if Private Party wins those belts and those belts end up on Dynamite, we're in the money, y'all. Like that's
off to the races.
It's a slow build.
Right, slow build. Sarah.
So building off the Private Party match here, I'm kind of expecting Young Bucks to kind of come down and maybe cause a little distraction for the Good Brothers. Whether or not they cost them the belts remains to be seen. I can see Private Party winning, although I don't think it happens. Also, Tommy Dreamer, I believe, is in the main event for the championship tonight. Also, shout out to Tommy Dreamer. Happy birthday.
Hey, shout out. Tommy Dreamer. Happy birthday, bro.
Tommy?
The 5-0.
Is he the 5-0?
Born in 71.
That's century mark.
I think he's like 90. What he put his body through, he's probably like 90 years old. but he's 50.
I haven't been able to keep up with Impact as much as I want to. Just so much wrestling out there, but got to keep up the headlines a little bit.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that birthday. That's points right there.
I have a question, real quick. Do you guys think that that COVID has made wrestler better, as in more people are watching it and shows are able to build a little better?
I would like to say that half of that is right. Shows are able to build better, but no, I don't think people are watching more, and I think it's shown in the ratings. Anyone else? For bonus points.
I was listening to Tama Tonga's podcast. He brought up a good point that COVID is it's making it ability to bring in more surprises because there's not as much people backstage. And he was throwing shame at Dave Meltzer because, like, a guy like Dave, I think it's Dave Meltzer, that he's not able to go to the shows anymore, so he's not able to, like, I don't know what the spoilers is what I'm trying to say. So it's an interesting point he made.
So you don't have to hide in a bus for an hour.
Yeah.
I think
you get a point for that.
I think this will lead to a resurgence in independent wrestling, though. People are going to be like, oh, we got to support our indie guys a little more. And with the upbringing of Impact coming back a little more and AEW, you're going to see some people more interested in the indie stars.
Very good.
and actually go to shows. I
Yeah.
think people are going to actually go to shows now.
Oh, I can't wait, y'all. I just can't wait. I can't wait. So bring us to our final topic for this round. This is the easiest round, y'all, because it's just us talking about wrestling. Everything gets weirder from here on out. But WWE ratings are falling and falling and falling and falling. But Bad Bunny is bringing a lot of new eyes to the product. Maybe if it's not on Monday nights yet, the YouTube numbers are hitting. The Twitter numbers are hitting when it comes to Bad Bunny stuff. So, is Bad Bunny the answer, or do they need more?
Can I go first?
You sure can.
Okay, it's just so dumb. It's such a dumb thing. Like, Vince just goes to the celebrities. Oh, you know, I did enjoy that top rope jump. It was much better than Snoop's, but
It was.
you know, the people are not coming and not tuning into wrestling to watch celebrities. They can watch them on any other fucking channel. Oh, can I swear? Sorry.
Okay, good point. Yeah, I would. I feel differently about the celebrity aspect, but I appreciate how quick that you had your answer and your conviction in it, and I respect your opinion, sir. Sarah,
I think it brings in, you know, some new eyes, you know, Bad Bunny fans, you know, when he's tweeting about or saying, hey, I'm going to be on the show tonight. Whether or not those fans keep on watching, maybe a small chunk, but I don't think it'd be enough to affect the ratings that much.
okay, Brian.
I agree with Sarah, but I will say that as long as they have celebrities on, more people are going to tune in. For example, I had friends that loved Bad Bunny and watched the episode solely based on that he was there. I mean, and it's no denying that it's definitely profitable. I think it was the next week or something, merch sales increased by 500,000. I mean, it's hard to blame WWE for using a celebrity when obviously it's working for them.
Very good. Good answer. Eddie.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't think it's going to make a huge impact, but I do like the fact that they created an angle with it, and they're bringing Damian Priest in. I think Damian Priest has everything that they need to be the next big star. I just hope he doesn't get hurt, get the NXT call up curse. But anytime they can put over a new star with a celebrity, I'm all for it. If they're using it to build up talent.
Also, let's not forget WrestleMania season has always been about bringing in celebrities as well, right from WrestleMania 1.
But as far
Very
as
good point.
fixing the ratings, it's just a Band-Aid solution.
Also a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are so smart. This is great.
I agree to a certain extent of what Aaron's saying. It is a Band-Aid, but if they get, say, 10% of the watchers who weren't watching the celebrities beforehand, I think ultimately it's going to be a win because that means they can charge commercials more, et cetera, et cetera. They just need to get it steady a little bit.
But Brian, the product is so bad, they're not going to tune in again.
That's, maybe. I mean, that's opinion. A wrong one. No, just kidding.
There's no wrong opinions.
Yeah.
Brian is the ultimate defender of Monday Night Raw and shall remain so, and I appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So it brings us to the end of our first round. As much as I wanted to do stars for each round, I'm thinking we should do them every 2 rounds because it's just going to take up a lot of time. So I think we'll do at the end of the next round. We'll decide if we want to buy stars or not, and I'll explain that to the audience as well. But basically, our players here score points throughout each round, and then they will have the opportunity to turn those points in for stars. And that number is determined by the roll of a dice, or a die rather, that I will do on my phone and show everybody. So we'll do, at the end of the next round, we'll roll a d6 for each individual person that wants to buy stars. And that's how you win the game. Most stars wins the game. Simple enough. Which brings us to our second round. Say something nice. Say something nice. You'll be given a topic, and you have to say something nice about that person or that group.
Okay.
There is no negativity allowed in this round whatsoever. No shade, no sassiness, no blah, blah, blah. Even the slightest hint of anything negative can result in a loss of points at my discretion.
Brian screwed.
You will be scored basically the same way that you were in the first round. Next round and the round after that, the points will double. I'm basically given a 0, 1, or 2, and I didn't give anyone a 0 for any response because, just so you know. But our current point standings at the moment, the Mean Queen, Sarah Visick, has 13 points. Brian, Bella, you have 9 points. Aaron J. Harder has 11 points. And tied for first place is Eddie Gonzalez, 13 points. Anything can happen. That's why we have the star system. It's going to get wild. Say something nice. Put on your happy face.
I've already lost.
Yep. We'll go around. We'll go around. And basically, I'm going to give 3, 2, 1, or 0 for this round. For each person. Or I'll give him, in a row. Like I'll give you a topic, and then one of you will have earned 3, 2, 1, etc., etc. So, your first topic. I guess I gotta type them out now. Oh gosh, it's my turn to do my job. Okay, let's see here. Say something nice about Nia Jax. Starting with, let's start with Aaron.
Well, Nia Jax is really, really good on Twitter. She's got some great interaction with Lana, and they go back and forth, and I like it. I like the back and forth and keep the feud going.
Very good. Sarah.
Despite the fact that she's got a negative reputation, especially amongst the casual fans, she keeps putting herself out there to try to better herself and doesn't give in to the haters.
Okay. Ryan.
Honestly, this is really easy for me to say something nice about her. I really, really always love her hair and makeup. It's always on point.
Okay. Eddie.
I think she is a beautiful, voluptuous woman.
Okay. This is really good. Okay. Say something nice about Retribution.
I'll go
Starting with
first.
Sarah.
So, listening to a podcast with Ali a few weeks ago or months ago, the main idea behind this is something I actually love. The underlying storyline is actually, showing how people can hate a group of people based on looks or names they don't like. It's actually trying to teach a lesson here about tolerance.
Okay. Very good. Brian.
I just honestly love T-Bar's Twitter. Like, he is always just very hilarious with it.
He's right up there with Wendy's.
Yeah. It's pretty brutal.
Eddie.
Retribution. I just love that they started out with 50 guys and they narrowed it down to about 4 or 5.
That's so good. Aaron.
Mia Yim is really pretty.
I'm sorry, who? There's only one girl. I believe her name's Reckoning.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Also, pro tip: when they come out, if you pause it and play the old Oddities theme music, hilarious.
Hey, that was my thing. I came up with that idea. Yeah, put the TV on mute and put the Oddities theme on. It's fucking hilarious.
Was that the ICP one or?
Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Now I got to take that off the thing I was doing later. Damn it! Damn it!
She should lose points for that.
No. That's my fault. I didn't have to reveal it. It's my fault. I'll take the blame for that one. Okay, say something nice about. We'll start with Brian on this one. AEW's women's division.
You know, they've come a long way and they've signed some really strong women. I mean, look at Alex Garcia. She's probably one of the better high flyers. She mimics Rey Mysterio down to a dime. You have like women like Lady Frost who haven't officially signed yet, but they have so much promise for the women's division going in the future.
Very good. Eddie.
I'll build off of that. I think it's very promising to go in the future. The tournament is really gonna put it forward. It's really gonna put it over. So I'm very excited to see the future.
Very cool. Aaron.
Tay Conte. Oh my goodness. She is getting so good and she is something nice to look at.
Okay. Sarah.
One word: diversity. You look at their division, there's just so much diversity, so much representation.
Good.
It's much better than a lot of the other ones.
Very good. Very good. I'll let y'all guess who didn't win points for that round. Okay. Next. Say something nice about Vince McMahon. Eddie.
Dude is jacked. Come on, man. He's jacked. 90 years old. He's jacked. Come on. Then I'll stop right there.
That's good. Aaron.
He's always working hard to make wrestling better, and his work ethic is undeniable.
Sarah.
You know, whether he did it the right way or the wrong way, he brought a product to mainstream, which has brought us all together here.
Brian.
You know, it's going to be a really sad day when he eventually passes because without him in wrestling, we wouldn't have what we have. I mean, he, to me, is the godfather of wrestling. I mean, we wouldn't have any type of product that we have now if it wasn't for Vince McMahon and his business sense of getting us on or getting wrestling on television, et cetera, et cetera. And no matter what people's views on him, like he found a way to bring fans all across the world together.
Could not agree with you more. Very good answer. Say something nice about Abaddon. Aaron J. Harder.
Abaddon, that gimmick is so innovative. The blood, the makeup, the movements, it's brilliant.
Sarah.
She's created a character that certainly gets people talking.
Brian.
I actually love everything about this character. I think that we're used to seeing men generally in that genre of kind of horror-stricken kind of character, but we have a female that's so innovative in doing it and just brutal and scary when she comes out. I mean, I don't think we've had somebody like this for the females women's division. This, to me, is on the same level as Kane and Undertaker.
Eddie.
I believe it was Taz that coined the phrase "zombie hot." But I'm a big fan of anybody who puts a lot of time and dedication into their character. So I can be really appreciative of her.
Very good. Very good. Sarah. Say something nice about Jackson Riker.
Pass.
Your restraint is noted. Brian.
I like the way he spells his name.
Eddie.
I appreciate the fact that he served in the United States Marine Corps.
Aaron.
He's a patriot. I don't necessarily agree with him, but he's a patriot and he loves his country. And yeah.
Okay, hold on. That is not a patriot.
In his eyes, he is.
And that's where the political discussion ends for today. Congratulations. Thank
Very
you, everyone,
good.
for showing up. Next topic. Otis's current storyline. I forget who's next. So somebody go first.
Brian's next.
Brian.
Otis's current storyline, I really appreciate it that I don't know that he's in one right now.
Good point. Eddie.
Yeah, I'm glad he's on TV, and he's working with Chad Gable. Got Chad Gable back on TV, so yeah, I'm cool with it.
Aaron.
Anytime you can see Otis do the worm is great TV.
Yeah.
I'm happy he gets to work with his real life best friend.
Hey, that's a really good point.
Didn't know that.
Didn't either.
They actually live down the street from each other in real life.
Huh.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Very nice. WrestleMania 38. Eddie.
WrestleMania 38. I'm always looking forward to WrestleMania, whatever the card is, whatever. That is my day of the year. No matter who's on the card, WrestleMania is my Super Bowl. And hey, it's gonna be 2 nights, twice as good for me.
Aaron.
That's WrestleMania. You got to watch regardless of what's going on. You just watch it, enjoy it, get some popcorn, and get some food and enjoy WrestleMania.
Sarah.
I'm glad to see Tampa Bay doesn't get screwed out of hosting a WrestleMania this year.
I'm
Brian.
just super excited to see what they do with the crowd, the staging. All know I'm a stage whore. So any type of, I'm really curious to see what they'll do. They usually try to always go all out regardless of the situation. So
Stage hope. Very good. Very good. And finally, Sarah. Say something nice about Charlotte Flair.
This is easy. She, in my eyes at least, she's one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time, and she takes it with grace.
Brian.
Honestly, she's pound to pound one of the best female wrestlers of all time, and she knows how to do an amazing backflip elbow drop.
Creative shade. Very, very, very good, Brian. That was awesome. For those of you that haven't been playing at home, Brian doesn't think that Charlotte can do a moonsault properly, but that was the most creative way to say it without being negative. Eddie.
You got David Flair, you got Reed Flair, but Charlotte is the one that's really living up to the name. I love everything about her. She's good on the mic. She's a phenomenal athlete, and I love her presentation, her confidence. It's just, she's the total package, man.
Aaron.
She has a nice smile.
And that brings us to the end of round 2. Say something nice. You may now be negative.
Charlotte Flair sucks.
Oh, man. Okay, so this is the end of our second round, which is where you will have the opportunity to purchase stars. The way you win the game is to have the most stars. The way you get stars is to spend your points on stars. How many points does it cost? I will roll a D6 if you choose to buy stars in this round. Let me tell you how many points you have as we go. Sarah, you have 26 points. You have the option of rolling a D6 to determine how much a star costs for you and you alone.
Sure.
Sarah will be rolling some die. 1 point. It does not get lower than that. Would you like to spend all of your points on stars?
If that's how you win it, yeah, I'm going to spend all my points on stars.
Very good. You have 26 stars, Sarah.
Nick Flair's won the game.
No points.
Oh, Brian Bell left. She lost.
Enough.
I'm even. No point to this.
Enough of that. Go to Eddie. Eddie,
You.
you currently have 23 points. Would you like to roll a D6? and buy some stars.
Yeah, I'll roll.
Right. 2.
But that give me what? 13 or
That will give you, if you have 23, that would give you 11 stars.
11. Man, that's good. Let's do it.
11 stars. 4. And you will have 1 point remaining. Brian Bell has left. Aaron J. Harder, you have 20 points. Would you like to roll a D6?
Yeah, let's do it.
4 points.
Damn.
You can save your points, or you can buy 5 stars, or any number smaller than that.
But I don't get another roll ever again, right?
Oh, you'll get 2 more rolls. We got 4
if I
more
save
rounds.
mine, I can get a cheaper price, right?
No, it actually increases. It gets worse.
Oh, okay. Buy stars then.
Okay.
For the record, is this in Canadian or American?
Oh yeah,
dice?
I tell you what, I'll give you.
That's why I'm getting so expensive.
I'll give you an extra star to pay for the fee
Thank you.
internationally.
Thanks.
Aaron J. Harder, you have 6 stars, no points. But don't worry, you have the opportunity to earn a lot more points in the next 2 rounds, as the point scoring will be doubled.
Are we gonna wait for Brian to come back?
I mean, I suppose we should. Can we find out where Brian is? I imagine Brian's phone just died.
Or he got a work phone call, probably.
Your current scorecard reads 26 stars for Sarah. Good Lord. Starting off huge. 11 points for Eddie. 6 stars, no points. For
Hey,
Aaron
this
J.
is based on Super Mario Party, so we have the option of stealing all their stars.
You know, I haven't come up with a stealing component in the game yet, but maybe we could.
Like right near the end, so she gets screwed.
Yeah, I'm into that actually. That could be cool. Yeah, this is a super test run for this game.
Yeah.
So we haven't even gotten to all the wacky stuff
I
yet.
just want to say, like, I'm really enjoying this. This is fun.
Good.
So now,
Glad you-
here's an idea.
That's the point.
If you want to like include like stealing stars in the future, if someone provides a factual incorrect answer, you correct them.
Good point. It's a good point. Very good point. Okay. Brian's almost here. Well, go ahead and start explaining the next round to you. And we can, I'll let the group vote on whether we do a second round of this or not. This round is called Name That Swoon. You will have the opportunity to choose from sleazy, so-so, rough, no way, Jose, and no effing way. An entrance theme for a wrestler, and you have to sing it to the rest of our people without using words and starting at the beginning of the song. You can't just cut to the catchy part. Now, what we'll do is I'll ask you to mute your mic, and you'll have the option to go listen to the song. I was originally going to do this with teams and then let the other 2 people steal. So maybe this is where we do the stealing part. So I'll tap one of you. You have to sing to another member of the game. You both have a chance to score points, or you can lose stars. A D6 word. Brian's back. Almost.
Maybe.
So close. Brian brought the swirling line with him. Anyway, we'll get started with the first one. Let's see. Who do I want to sing first? Sarah, would you like to sing first?
Pass.
Aaron.
Sure, I'll sing. What am I saying?
Right. You have a choice of sleazy, so-so, rough, no way, Jose, and no effing way.
Let's go no effing way with my namesake here.
There you go. Okay. So I'm going to send you a message privately. This one's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
So I got to hum it or I'm singing it verbally?
You're singing it verbally, my friend.
Okay.
It's time for bed.
There you go. Now, you're more than welcome to mute the mic, hop off and hop back on if you need to listen to it real quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just go listen to it. While we're waiting, what's everyone the most excited about in wrestling right now? Whether it's a storyline, whether it's anything like that. Like, what's your absolute favorite?
How much of it there is right now?
Yeah, no kidding, right? This is a crazy time to be a fan. Welcome back, Ryan.
Thank you.
That's a good
So
point,
you
Sarah.
still have an opportunity to buy some stars here if you would like to. You have 27 points. You can roll a
So
d6.
does that mean I'm beating Sarah?
Well, not
Not
yet,
yet.
because she rolled a 1 and spent all of her money on stars. I should have probably capped it at like 10 or something like that, but whatever. I'll make up for it. But basically, you can roll a d6 and see how much stars cost, and then you can either spend all of your points or a few of your points or whatever you want.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, how much are my points? Or how many do I have to pay to get stars?
Well, if you decide that you want to go, then you have to buy at least 1 star after I roll. You have 27 points. And whether you decide to
Go
go or
where?
not, it means whether or not
What?
I roll the die.
Go.
Yeah. 2.
Hello?
The cost 2. 2 points.
I'll do 10.
10 stars. You'll
You
have
hear me?
7 points remaining. 26, 11, 10, and 6. Very well done, everyone. Thank you for dealing with my weird ass scoring situation. Aaron J. Harder, you are singing to Sarah. You have 30 seconds to sing this theme song, or you will all
Check. Check.
lose a d6 worth of stars. If you get it right,
Can you hear me?
I sure can.
I can't hear you guys.
Hey, we roll with the punches on these kinds of things. People pop in, people pop out. Audio issues are going to happen. Brian, what's your favorite thing happening in wrestling right now?
That's a really good question. Just the amount of talent that we've been able to see this year since COVID hit, and all the time that I've got to spend with you guys.
That's such a lovely answer.
That's for points, right?
Yeah, I'll give you a point for that. Sure.
It's almost worth a star, man. Yeah.
Hey, he's back.
Almost.
Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, there's no effing way.
No effing way. Would you like a different theme?
Sure. Give
Okay.
me something easy.
Go with something easy. Okay. Yeah, that's a hard one. I mean, I tried to make them hard.
Yeah, there's no singing in it though.
That's the whole point. You just have to make all the noises with your mouth. Let's see. Let's go. Okay, I got one for you.
Okay. Let me see. 619 booyaka booyaka 619.
No, you can't sing the
booyaka,
word.
booyaka,
Oh, okay. We'll
619.
try one more time. No words. You can't use the words.
Oh, I'm supposed
So,
to hum
for
it.
example, if I gave you the theme for Rey Mysterio, you would have to go booba da bubba da boo 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 booba da bubba da boo boo
Oh,
boo,
okay. Let me
like
see.
that. No
Oh,
words.
okay. We got it now.
Now I'll make it even easier.
All right. Oh, sorry. This is brutal.
I know this sounds really difficult. We're definitely only doing one round of it.
All
Maybe
right,
we should
someone else.
scrap this round. We'll do this later. We can move on.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be quite difficult. Especially with all the names I have on here. But okay. Maybe this is like its own show. Okay. I was really just trying to get y'all to sing. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to Fee Fi Fo Fantasy. I'll give you a storyline either from the past or current. We'll start with the past ones and then we'll go current. By the way, anyone watching this, thank you for being so patient with us. Like, it's the first time we've done this, and I came up with all these crazy rules for this game, and it made sense in my head.
It was good up till the music part.
Yeah, it's good. So, hey, that's why we're here. We're here to figure this part out. Like,
no negativity. I believe that's a point lost there.
I think that the singing thing should be like a punishment situation. Maybe that's how we do the stealing stars or something. I don't know. Like, okay, we'll have thoughts with that. Anyway, so starting this round, Fee-Fi-Fo Fantasy, I'll give you a storyline. You tell me how you could have booked it better. We'll start with Aaron. The Gobbledygooker. How could you have booked it better?
Well, I would have had him utterly destroyed by the Undertaker right after he came out of the egg.
Very good. I like that a lot. Sarah, if you don't know this storyline at all, tell me. The artist formerly known as Gold Dust. Do you remember this?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I was watching at that time.
Does anybody remember this? Eddie, how would you have booked it better?
Oh man, I wouldn't have booked it at all. No, I wish. I think he hooked up with he was there with Luna,
Yep.
Luna Vachon for a little bit. How would I have booked that, man? I don't know, man. That was just bad stuff there, man. Honestly, but man, man, I wouldn't have booked that at all. I mean, I would have rather him go back. This is how I would have booked it, man. I would have had him turn back to the natural Dustin Rhodes instead of doing that garbage. Because I love the original Gold Dust. Thought it was genius, but once they started adding some other crap to it, it just didn't do it for me. So I would have made him. I would have turned him back to the natural.
Cool. I like that. Brian, the Trish Stratus Vince McMahon love story. How would you have booked it better?
I don't know. I don't remember it. Is that the one where where Rock was gonna have her kiss her ass and then ended up not being that? Is Rikishi?
I don't know if that was part
No.
of that or not. That was more like where he made her bark like a dog and stuff, and I think that's when.
Yeah, honestly, I
evolved.
don't remember it.
Okay. How about Stone Cold joins the Alliance? Don't remember that either. Okay, this round's going well too. Let's see. How would you have booked Mandy and Otis?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I would have actually had her turn heel against him. I think that, you know, fans can be a little tired of like the pretty all-American girl being the hero. Let's have her be a badass.
Okay. All right. Sarah. The Nightmare Collective. How would you have booked it better?
Probably, I think when it went downhill is when they had Brandy getting in the ring, and that's when fans turned on the Nightmare Collective. So maybe if you had Awesome Kong wrestle more, or another well-established female wrestler be the lead wrestler, it could have worked out, or stayed a little while longer.
Okay. All right. Okay, we'll move on from FIFA Fantasy. We're going to play a game called The Letter Match. I'm going to give you a topic. I'm going to give you a category, for example, and I'll give you a letter. And your answer has to contain that letter. Doesn't necessarily have to start with it. Just has to contain that letter.
It's almost like categories.
We'll do 2 rounds of this. The first one's a lot of fun. TNA champions containing the letter E. Come up with a TNA champion. Now remember, there were 6 different versions of that belt, so this also will include what's I think it's called the GKW belt or whatever it was. Like in
Are
that
we
weird.
including Impact as well?
Yes. It's also the Impact belt. It's like all the different versions of that belt, and in through the present.
About the NWA title too.
That's different. No,
Okay.
no, not the same belt.
Gotcha.
Starting with Mr. Aaron J. Harder.
Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett. Did he ever hold that belt?
Pretty sure he did.
Of course.
Totally kidding. Okay, next. Sarah.
Eric Young.
Eric Young is
Good one.
correct.
Good one.
Brian Bella.
Wait, so is it just that it has to have the letter E in the name?
Correct.
Oh, Eddie Edwards.
Is correct. It took your Eddie.
So as long as the letter's in it.
Yep. And if you lose, I will take you off the screen for the rest of the round.
So the letter E can be anywhere, right?
Anywhere in the name.
All right. Wow, AJ Styles.
Correct. Aaron.
Same, still E.
Still E.
Moose.
Yes, totally counts. Moose is correct.
Fuck.
Good job,
That was
Aaron.
my answer.
I don't know anything about the TNA jumper.
Sarah.
Devon Dudley.
Correct. Brian.
Are you still doing E? So you
Still
guys
E.
keep cutting in and out. That's why I asked.
Yep, still E.
Okay. Huh?
Still the letter E.
Jerry Lynn.
Aaron. Or sorry, Eddie.
Bull E. Ray.
No, there's not even an E in there. Aaron, you have to name one TNA champion in order to win this round.
Son of a bitch. Austin Aries.
Is correct. Bring everyone back in the stream. Other answers I would have accepted: Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Mick Foley, Jeff Hardy, Mr. Anderson. I guess there's no E in there. Yes, there is because Anderson. James Storm, Bobby Roode, Lashley, Ethan Carter III, Drew Galloway, Alberto El Patron, Eli Drake, Pentagon Jr., and Tessa Blanchard. Okay. Next round. Aaron, are you still with us?
Just muting something quickly.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. What do you think? As long as you can still hear us. So, Intercontinental Champions. This is a shorter round because there aren't as many. Intercontinental Champions that contain the letter J. The letter match. I know, it's fucked up. So, we'll start with Aaron.
Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett is an answer. It's always an answer. Sarah.
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy is also an answer. Brian Bella.
Ah, you took my answer.
Good.
What was it, Jay?
Jay.
I can't think of anything. I'm frozen.
Any name in the world that contains the letter J that
I tap out.
You just make a guess.
I really can't think of anybody.
Okay. Eddie.
I'm gonna go with everyone's favorite Canadian, Chris Jericho.
There you go.
Oh, good one.
Aaron.
Jesse James.
Not gonna get it. Not gonna get it. Sarah.
Ahmed Johnson.
Hey,
Oh,
Ahmed
very
Johnson
good.
is an answer.
Good.
He vacated the title after that too. After he won it. Eddie.
Oh man. Oh man. Dude. Okay. Oh man, dude. I'm at Johnson, man. That was a good one.
Was a good one. Was
Digging deep for that one.
Had to dig deep.
Hold on.
The yellow strap too.
Yeah. Man. Intercontinental title, man. Pat. I'm like going through the list of all the Intercontinental champions, man, in my head.
Big list.
Huh?
It's a big list.
Oh man. I'm gonna get this wrong, man. I can't really think, man. Man. Orlando Jordan, that's wrong, man, but
Sarah, you have to name one more Intercontinental Champion with a J in it.
AJ Styles.
Is correct. Congratulations, everyone. Well done. Very well done. Other answers we would have accepted were Marty Jannetty,
Oh, Marty Jannetty.
Johnny Nitro, or John Morrison. He won it as both. Ezekiel Jackson. Well, I have no fucking clue who that is because that was in the time that I did not watch. So I had to go back.
The core.
Right. Shelton Benjamin. And everyone's favorite champion, JBL.
yeah.
Did John Cena never win it?
Guess not. I guess he was big on the US title.
That was one title he's never won.
Who's coming back to win it then?
It was very good though, y'all. I like it a lot. Let's see.
That was a fun round.
That is a fun round.
Mhm.
That was huge, Sarah.
I think you got to get a timer going though for that one.
Yeah, I do. I need a graphic for it though, instead, because like I don't want to be the guy that's rushing people or anything like that.
You know what you do? You do the share screen and just like share like a timer off YouTube or something.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our 5th round, officially, unofficially. We have one final round. I do need to take a short pause. I would like for you all to discuss all the pay-per-views happening this month. Every single one, whether it's this one right now, whether you want to talk about NXT TakeOver, Elimination Chamber, even Revolution, even though it's next month. And I'll be right back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Who's shaking these lamb's tails, anyways?
People.
Hey, what do you guys take on Revolution being on Sunday instead of Saturday?
Kind of stinks. I like the Saturday pay-per-views.
Especially
Is it just to avoid the matchup on Saturday with the boxing or whatever it is?
yeah.
I think so. Is it boxing or is it MMA?
There's some event going on that's going to be big.
Yeah,
I think
Probably to avoid that.
I get it.
Hopefully they go back to Saturdays.
Well, Tony Khan was saying he was loving Saturdays, and it makes sense, but I don't know. There has to be some reason.
Probably a scheduling conflict, I assume.
It could have something to do with the relationships with the other companies they're having. They might have had to concede that in part of the deals.
Yeah, Tony Khan usually goes on AEW's podcast like right before the pay-per-views and previews them, so maybe he'll go over it then why they moved to it.
Yeah, I really enjoy those after the pay-per-views and just his different points that you didn't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all did a great job. Thank you very much. I could not hold it any longer. I tried my absolute best. Normally, like the show must go on, but I'm like, no.
You got to bring a Pepsi bottle there. Just
I know. I need a gallon. Totally.
And JR once said that there's a reason why you wore darks.
Oh shit! God damn! What I should have done is chug the rest of this whiskey bottle and then just beat him that. Anyway, so that brings us to the end of this round. I'm going to give you all an opportunity to roll. I'm going to be generous, actually. Come to think of it. My phone. We're going to roll D8s for this round. Get rid of this guy.
Looks like we lost Eddie.
It's okay. We'll start with you. Sarah, you currently have 26 stars. You are leading the group heavily. You are also causing me to change the way that I score this game. But for now, you have 30 points. You can roll a D8.
Let's roll it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's another one.
Buy all the stars.
By all the stars, it's going to give you 56 stars. You are murdering this game and completely destroying my scoring concept.
well, that's how
Eddie.
it works. So you get the kinks out.
Hashtag inside job.
Right. Eddie, you have 46 points after this round. Would you like to roll a D8 and purchase some stars?
I'm sorry, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's roll.
They cost 5.
All right, man. Let us buy them, man.
All right. Want to use all the points you can? That'll give you 22 stars and a point. Brian Bailey, you have 32 points. Would you like to roll and try to catch up with Sarah?
Okay, go ahead and roll.
3.
Yes.
Give you 10, they'll give you 17. No, they'll give you 20 stars.
Okay, go ahead and sell them all.
That's what you got now after you sold them. You got 20. Aaron,
Yep, let's do it.
you got 35 points. Let's see how much they cost. 7. They cost 7.
What is this next? This is next.
Damn.
The Canadian. It's the Canadian screw job.
No, I'm getting screwed for winning the Disney championship. That's what's happening here. We don't want to have an outsider winning it again. You want to be taking it back to F and wrestling. That's what's going on.
Montreal screw job too.
Would you like to spend your points on stars?
Sure.
Okay. That's going to give you 13 total stars. Sarah's kicking your asses like so bad. Okay. Brings us to our final round. This is going to be a lot of fun. You're all going to do this twice. This is the Kingston Not Kofi challenge. We all know that Eddie Kingston is master of the microphone. In fact, we've seen him cut promos on Halloween tins and cookies and all kinds of crazy stuff on BTE. So I'm going to give you 3 words and a wrestler, and you have to cut a promo using those words and that wrestler.
Ha ha ha.
One of the items is a food item. And since Brian looks so excited about this, we're going to start with Brian. Brian, would you like to write your words down or type them? Here, I'll type them in for you. Your words are sewer, cheesecake, grasshopper, and you are cutting a promo on Abdullah the Butcher.
So I just got to use the words sewer, cheesecake, and grasshopper.
Yes. You can win up to
Okay,
100
and I'm
points.
going up against who?
You're just cutting a promo. This is just you
What?
performing, and I'm going to give you points for it. You have up to 30 seconds. Starting right now.
Okay.
And fold.
Wow.
Should we come back to her or do someone else?
That's funny. Okay, next. Well, let me type these out. The whole point was for this to be weird, and I think I succeeded. So, Sarah, this one's hard. Your words are flashlight, broccoli, septic tank, and you're cutting a promo on Mankind. Your time starts now.
I think you should give everybody their assignments, give us time to think about it, and then go
Okay.
back to the start.
I can do that. So that's your assignment. Aaron, your words are airplane, chicken piccata, cougar, and you're cutting a promo on ODB.
What's a chicken piccata? What is that?
like a chicken dish. They usually serve them on airplanes. I really honestly don't know.
Airplane, chicken piccata, cougar.
It's got capers in it, I believe.
Are there capers? Oh, welcome back.
Thanks. Sorry.
We're giving everyone their words, and they're going to have some time to think about it. Unless you leaving was your way of completely boycotting this process altogether.
It crossed my mind. Okay, so just go.
Here, let me tell Eddie. Eddie, your words are plunger, sponge cake, paper towels, and you're cutting a promo on the Godwins.
All right.
I will remind you again before it's your turn. So, Sewer, Cheesecake, Grasshopper, Abdullah the Butcher, Brian. Your time starts now.
All right, Abdul, you want to go against me? I see that you smell like sewer. No, that's fine. Grasshopper, I will teach you how to make cheesecake out of that smell.
Very good. Very, very good. I like that a lot. Sarah, your words are flashlight, broccoli, septic tank, and you are cutting a promo on Mankind.
Mankind wants to go one-on-one? Nah, not happening. It's like a broken flashlight. Not that bright at all. Smells like a septic tank. And of all the great vegetables, just like rotten broccoli.
Very, very good. Aaron, your words are airplane, chicken piccata, cougar, and you're cutting a promo on ODB.
It's me, the enlightened one. And I'm going to challenge you, ODB, to an airplane match where we will eat chicken piccata while fighting a cougar. So don't be frightened, be enlightened.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And finally, Eddie, your words are plunger, sponge cake, paper towels, and you'll be cutting a promo on the Godwins. Your time starts now.
Godwins, you took my damn paper towels and my sponge cake. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this plunger, I'm gonna turn it up sideways and stick it straight up your candy ass.
Oh, so good.
Good job.
Very, very good. Okay. You have one more round of this. I'm so glad that y'all are being fun about this. So now we have modern wrestlers. And they're weirder things that I have included here. So
I think he's putting his plunger back.
okay. Sarah, your words are index card, ketchup, ancient Greek ruins, and Drew McIntyre.
Pass.
Not an option.
You can do it, Sarah. Just go.
I don't know. You can wait. I'm gonna,
Oh, right,
I'm gonna
right,
leave the words up, and then
Yeah.
I'll give everyone their words.
Yeah, you got time to think about it.
Yeah. Aaron, your words are dog collar, creme brulee, a foreigner concert, and Dr. Britt Baker. Let's see. Brian.
Yes.
Oh God, I can't spell. Typing everything incorrectly. Here we go. Your words are thermos, fried bologna sandwich, Stonehenge, and you're cutting a promo on Maki Ito. Eddie, yours is weird.
Oh, like this one isn't?
Okay, Eddie, your words are coat hangers, beef bordelaise, Great Barrier Reef, and you're cutting a promo on Peter Avalon.
All right.
Since Sarah has disappeared momentarily, we're going to start with Aaron. Dog collar, creme brulee, a foreigner concert, and Dr. Britt Baker.
All right. Tell me when.
Your time starts now.
All right, Dr. Britt Baker. It's me, the Canadian Crush. And we're going to have a dog collar match. And after I beat you, I'm going to go out hard on the town on a creme brulee. And after that, I'm going to take you out to a foreigner concert and show you what a good time is, Britt Baker.
Awesome. Very good. Brian, bula. Your words are thermos, fried bologna sandwich, Stonehenge, and you're cutting a promo on Maki Ito.
Oh, Maki, you think you're hot because some thermostat fans think you're the next big thing? Nah, I'm gonna hit you over the head with a Stonehenge. Because, honey, you smell like a bologna sandwich. A fried bologna sandwich at that.
Very, very good. Eddie. Coat hangers, beef bordelaise,
Wow.
Great Barrier Reef, and Peter Avalon. Your time starts now.
Pretty Peter Avalon. You're about as pretty as a Great Barrier Reef. That's right, I said it. When I walked into catering, I saw you eating some beef bordelaise. The first thing I wanted to do was smack you over the head with a damn coat hanger. That's all I got.
Okay. Okay, that brings us to the end of the game and our final point buying situation. Sarah, it's past her bedtime and she's already kicking our asses. She says she doesn't need to come back. She's left the building and even foregone the possible stars she could have won in the final round in order to give y'all a chance to become the first ever Ring Around the Jabroni champion. In this round, you will roll a D10. Erase this. There we go.
Can I roll first this time? Because it's usually going last has gone against me.
Would you like to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see how many points you got. Aaron J. Harder, you currently have 13 stars, no points. Or 13 stars, but you gained 165 points in the last round. We're going to roll a D10. 5.
All right, let's buy all the stars.
5. Which gives you 33 more stars for a total of 46 stars. Which is just not quite enough to beat our champion.
Hey, it might get me second place, though.
But it might get you second place. Who knows? Brian Bella. You currently have how many points here? 110 points. to use for stars.
All right, let's put up Salaman.
3. Which is going to give you a tie score for first with 56 stars. Coming from behind, ladies and gentlemen, on the most jacked ass scoring system you've ever seen in any game. But it does come down to our final contestant. Currently has 22 stars and 162 points to spend. It's Eddie. Let's give it a roll.
It's rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new champion, Eddie Gonzalez, rolling
Good
a
job.
1 in the final round.
All
They
right,
got
man.
Sarah.
This game was meant to be chaotic, giving him 184 stars.
That's pretty crazy.
Actually, you don't need to steal stars then, as long as you give a good ending like this.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't matter who wins. This is meant to be chaos. I wanted it all to be fun. I think we learned a lot about all the different parts of this game. Eddie, thanks for coming on at the last minute. I really do appreciate
Hey,
it.
man, thanks for having me, man. It was a lot of fun.
Our last minute champion. I've kept y'all long enough. We're going to stop the broadcast now. Your first ever Bring Around the Jabroni champion.
Hey, man. Hey,
Eddie
man, I got
Gonzalez.
to throw in something real quick. I
Yeah,
kind of
absolutely.
consider myself a double champion, man. I'm the Pro Wrestling Junkies trivia champion and this champion, so I feel like a little bit like
You're kind of a big
NATO
deal.
here. Badass, dude. Hey, you guys have a good night.
Do the same. The champ is spoken. Thank you, Eddie.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Been good, y'all. Thank you so much. BuckleBomb Entertainment, effing wrestling. We love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.